Alright, so I've been thinking of making a video like this for a while. It's about the Dalhousie Dentistry School controversy. And although I don't know a lot about that, and I know that there was female students who were being targeted by a group of male students in this dentistry school. And there's a question that has been going on in my mind about that. Did the women lead the male students on with what they were wearing? You see, just as it's wrong for a man to physically overpower a woman, it is wrong for a woman to sexually overpower a man. Because women have so much power in just the way they dress. They don't even have to say a word at all. And were the women in the videos that were being targeted dressing modestly? Because if they were, then it is the male students' fault for sexually harassing them and everything. But if they were not dressing immodestly, then it's the woman's fault, because the women put the men in a situation of temptation through thoughts and all that. And if they fell, the women have some responsibility for it. Because when you're following forward down into hell, you're not going to notice all the stumbling blocks that are on the way. It's only when you're trying to walk up the hill, like trying to be holy and trying to be pure, that you notice all the rocks that are in the way. And what women need to know is, through words of Pope St. John Paul the Great, in order for women to understand modesty, we must first have insight into the male psychology, that men are wired differently than we are. And women need to know that men struggle more with sins of thought than women do. And if women post pictures of themselves in immodest clothing, and they know that a guy has to turn his eyes, don't put the picture up. And if you put more than one picture, not only does he have to turn his eyes, you're inviting them to look more. And if you don't take them down, don't go to communion, because that's a grave sin. And when you die, and we know there's a God, we can know this from our human reason, and if He's a just God, and we know this for our human reason, and you have not repented of it, it's going to be 2 photos, 3 photos, that's going to keep you in hell for eternity. So what do? You take the photos down and repent. Well, Father, I didn't know. And I think women need to dress modestly, and there's sins of thought, and women need to, the women who are being attacked need to know this from the male students themselves, that the men will respect you more if you were dressing modestly and acted modestly around them, as well as other guys. That way you wouldn't be a victim that you brought on yourself. So basically that's my opinion of the Dalhousie School of Dentistry controversy. And if you don't like my opinion, your problems are not with me, you have problems with God.